this about Coach Smart, and what is Georgia getting at him as a coach?
Probably his intent and tenacity. He was such a fired up guy. You know, I love that. I love that from a coach. So that's probably the biggest thing that I'm gonna miss from him.
Jonathan, have you noticed people talk about how coaches have to relate to this generation of players differently? In your time at Alabama, has Nick changed his style or approach in his relationships with players at all, do you think?
Oh, no, not at all. The biggest thing when you get recruited from Coach Saban is you're going to have to work hard. So if you're not going to want to work hard, this probably isn't the place for you. So Coach Saban recruits the guys who are going to want to work hard day in and day out, and there's not a problem.
What's been your impression so far of Jeremy Pruitt? Is he much different than Kirby?
I'll say he's a lot less laid back, as in fired up, but he's still a great coach. I mean, from what I've seen from spring, I can see why we brought him in. I mean, he's a hell of a coach, and we're so excited to have him.
He's more laid back or less laid back?
He's more laid back than Coach Smart. That's just the personality, but like I said, he's still a great coach, and we're so excited to have him.
What common themes did you guys identify in the losses to Ole Miss?
Just turnovers. We had too many mental errors and turnovers. I mean, you can't have 5 turnovers and expect to beat any team. So if we cut back on the mental mistakes and the self errors, I feel like we'll have better success against them.
How are you progressing with your shoulder?
Oh, my shoulder feels good. I've been rehabbing it since end of January. You know, I'm kind of about a week and a half, 2 weeks ahead of schedule. So everything's going good. So. You know, everything's fine with that.
Everybody talked about last year what great depth you guys had on defense. Do you have younger guys coming up that you think can fill those roles, those backup roles this year?
Oh, definitely. We have a bunch of guys who are coming up. Dalvin Thompson is going to be one heck of a player. You have Deshaun Hand. You have Deron Payne, who's going to become an every down player. So I'm not worried at all that we'll be able to find players to replace the talent that we lost last year and continue our dominance on the D-line.
Does it feel like a kind of a transition year? I mean, it's not you had to change with Kirby, but also with Coach Davis, Mel Tucker, just a lot of kind of transition. Does it feel somewhat unsettling for you guys as a player?
Oh, no, not at all. I mean, we're always behind Coach Saban. The way we feel, if Coach Saban has enough trust in him to bring him here, then so do we. You know, obviously he has to earn the trust within the players, but I mean, we follow Coach Saban. So if he tells us that this is a good guy, he's going to be able to help us on what we need to do, then we're 100% behind him.
Jonathan, that issue about depth, how many series in a game ordinarily would you want to maybe sit out from a depth standpoint, or would you ever want to sit out?
As a player, you never want to sit out, but realistically, I mean, I don't feel like there's a number you could put on it. You know, it's just based on how the game goes. Teams like LSU and Arkansas are going to be less serious to go on since they're running the ball and the clock's continuously moving. But teams like Texas A&M, like those are more, they're going to be more serious. So it just depends on the feel of the game, you know.
Speaking on the younger players, how has Kendall Sheffield looked in the offseason so far?
Oh man, he's done a heck of a job. I mean, he's definitely one of our quieter guys, but he definitely comes to work every day. He's made a lot of progress.